Hi, welcome to this week's reading for the Ocean Oracle for the week beginning 18th of February 2019. I'm Sue Marty, creator of the deck, and thank you for tuning in. So just shuffling the deck, setting intentions for what messages we may need to hear for this week. And we get 22, Sea Urchin, Truth. So the story. These creatures had not been seen in these waters for years. They had left long ago, driven out by the pollutants that people left behind. They needed clean water to thrive, and the waters here became too murky and infested for them to live in a healthy way, so they chose to leave, find a place where they were part of a balanced ecosystem. They flourished for years, but grew too many for their home to sustain them. Some migrated into new waters, and some eventually ended up back in the place they had left long ago. But it was not the same place. Something had shifted. The things that had polluted the water were no longer there. There was more awareness of the way the oceans and ponds and tides worked. There was a place now for the urchins to thrive. They were able to expand and contribute to the ecosystem in a life-enhancing way. The messages. Your truth is your truth. Are you in a situation toxic to your truth? Do you need to reassess your truth? Has a situation changed in which your truth can come forward again? Is your environment supporting you in your truth? To live in our truth and integrity, it may be that we have to move, and sometimes that means physically. Stand strong in your truth and respect your limits. Set your boundaries, but no rigidity, that's rigidity, may not be the answer. An urchin's spines protect it, but if pushed too hard or in the wrong way, the spines break. Yeah, so this one to me is about where you are in your place in the universe. And if you feel happy in that place and sustained and supported, and that you can actually be who you are in that space and place. And yeah, it's a funny one because sometimes you can feel very supported in a space and place, and then sometime later you don't feel supported in that space and place. And I think there's a balance between kind of acknowledging that things aren't always great all the time. And it's kind of, part of it is kind of weathering those storms and the ebb and flow of how we are in life, and that things aren't always awesome. Sometimes they're really challenging, and I mean, that's life, right? You can't kind of appreciate the highs without the lows, and the lows don't trouble you unless you can appreciate and have experience with the beautiful, the high times that sustain and support. So the trick and the balance comes to finding out or figuring out or being in that space of whether this is just a phase and this is something that you'll move through and you'll come out and it's, it comes and it goes. Or if it is actually something that you're no longer being supported and this isn't the space or place for you, and maybe it is time to move on. Because we can take a lot, and we can protect ourselves, but anyone that's kind of pushed too hard can, like with the urchin, their spines can break, and you don't don't wanna be broken. So it can be tricky, but I guess it's about, I guess, non-reactivity. It's about responding. Like, you kind of know when you're not being nurtured or supported, but then it's also the same that you need to know whether that's just this tiny space at a time, or whether it's actually ongoing and you need to change something. And one of the ways to figure that out is to tap into what is true for you. And nobody can tell you that your truth is invalid or wrong or false, because it's yours. So it's checking into your intuition if you do find yourself in a situation where something has changed and you don't know as if you're being supported any longer, and looking at options if it's something that you feel like you need to change. So, in saying that, have a great week. Yeah, I wish you well. Thanks again for tuning in. If you want more information, you can check out theoceanoracle.com. All right, thanks everyone.